The Mets signing of pitcher Justin Verlander has been received with mixed reactions from Metropolitan fans. Some are lauding it as a great replacement for former ace Jacob deGrom, while others have concerns about Verlander's age. Let's discuss with someone who knows a thing or two about pitching. That would be the founder of Pitcher List, Nick Pollack. Nick, long time no see. How's it going?
Oh, it's great. What is happening? Thank you so much for having me today. I'm honored to talk again about Mets baseball and Justin Verlander.
Yeah, there we go. We're going to talk about that. Now, Nick, when you look at this deal for Verlander, 2 years, $86 million, do you feel it was the right move for the Mets?
I think it was honestly the perfect move for the Mets. I know Jacob deGrom leaving is going to leave a sour taste in a lot of Mets fans' mouths. However, I think this is the better signing. Jacob deGrom is very risky, especially for 5 years. You have not seen a full season out of Jacob deGrom in a long time, while Justin Verlander just went out and pitched 175 innings for the Astros after coming back from Tommy John. He is a stalwart, a 175 ERA, a .83 whip en route to a Cy Young. And sure, we do expect some sort of decline, but you only have it for 2 years. You don't have the 5 years and all of the money that went to the to deGrom from the Texas Rangers. And after this, Verlander is going to do well. Maybe there's a 30-year mutual option that probably won't be accepted. Then you can jump back in and get someone else who's going to be great. I think this is a fantastic signing for the Mets. And after losing the best pitcher on the planet, that is Jacob deGrom, you've got a full season of an ace pitcher in Justin Verlander as your backup plan. I think this is fantastic for the Mets.
All right, so you like the deal. The other side of it is that Verlander, he will be 40 years old when the 2023 season starts. He pitched at an elite level, winning a Cy Young Award last year, as you said, with the Astros. But, as you know, Nick, Father Time comes for us all. Do you believe he can still be one of the best pitchers in baseball over the next 2 seasons for the Mets?
It's kind of funny. I thought, when you asked this, I thought, wait, is it 2021? Because that's what we were asking last year about Justin Verlander. Oh, Father Time coming back from this injury. Can he still be good? And what does he do? He has a phenomenal season as this Cy Young winner. Yeah, I think this is going to work out for Justin Verlander. Sure, the fastball is a little bit worse, and the slider is worse as well than it used to be during his peak seasons. But Justin Verlander is going to go out there every single 5 days and produce for this Mets team. He's going to go deep into games. Maybe not a sub-2 ERA. No one should anticipate that going into the season. But a 3 ERA with a 110 whip, with a lot of strikeouts, win a lot of games for the Mets. I mean, this is everything that you want. And he doesn't come with the injury risk. I really want to emphasize that. You know that you're going to get Verlander consistently through the season. I'm not worried about this for a 2-year deal. If this were a 4-year deal or 5 years, then you should be really worried about the end of it. But for 2 years, yeah, you're going to get a lot of good innings from Justin Verlander.
All right, there you go. Now, Nick, the Mets, they still want to upgrade their starting rotation and the bullpen. So who are some pitchers that you think the team should seriously consider this offseason?
Well, there's really one guy in the market right now that honestly, as we're doing this, he could just sign at this moment. I can look like an idiot. But Carlos Rodon is still out there and showcased to everybody in 2021 how good he was increasing his fastball velocity. We had some concerns at the end of the year. Was his shoulder going to be okay? But then he came out in 2022 and had the same fastball velocity through the entire year and did not go down with injury. He's a premier starter, and if the Mets can add him, that's a 1-2-3 punch that is better than I think anyone else in the majors. It would be a huge deal for them. There are some other options. Of course, bringing back Chris Bassett, who had a fantastic season with the Mets last season. I think he is a workhorse pitcher, and it saved the Mets in many ways in 2022. He could do more of the same. Has a really nice slider and cutter with that sinker. And then moving across town would be Jameson Taillon, who is another guy that can go 5-6 innings consistently through a year. He isn't as flashy as Carlos Rodon or Verlander, not huge on the strikeouts, but he keeps you in ball games. That's what's really important at the end of that staff. You have Tyler McGill and David Peterson kind of fighting for those 4 or 5 spots, maybe push them down with another starter. I think it would be Tyler McGill as a 5, which should be great for the Mets, but they do need someone like a Jameson Taillon, I think, to really seal this rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the mix for one of those 3 guys moving forward. And with the bullpen, you're running out of options a little bit there. Maybe you want to get, you just got Tommy Kahnle getting signed by the Yankees this morning. But there is maybe some Kenley Jansen that you could jump in on there. Maybe Adam Ottavino does come back as well. I think that'll be really fun. He obviously is linked to New York in many ways. Actually, pitched in my high school when I was a freshman. He was a senior. Love Adam Ottavino. Knows he wants to stay here. Hopefully, the Mets can make that work.
All right, we will see what the Mets do. Plenty of options there to upgrade the pitching rotation and the bullpen. We will see. That is Nick Pollack of Pitcherless. Nick, thank you for your time. Always great to talk some baseball and some pitching with you.
Thanks for having me.